Okie dokes. So it's 2x cubed minus 1x squared minus 7x plus 6, and it's all divided by 2x minus 3. We know it goes in x times, then we get x squared times, multiply x squared by 2, you get 2x cubed, x squared by minus 3, minus 3x squared. You then subtract, which means change the signs, and then you get 2x squared minus 7x. The next step is you divide the 2x squared by the 2x to get 1x. You multiply, so when you multiply, what happens? You get 2x squared minus 3x. You subtract again, which means change the signs, and then you get minus 4x, and you get plus 6. Once again, you're looking at the 4x and the 2x, and you think, minus 2 should do that. So we put an answer of minus 2. Okay, I'll keep that as black. So that's minus 2 up there. Multiply it back out, you get minus 4x plus 6. Change the signs, subtract, you get 0. Now, that in itself, it's very standard. You've done these a good few times already. That is no big deal. What's the harder part of the question is the harder part is the verification process. Okay? How many people got x squared plus 1x minus 2? Okay, so we have the majority of the class there. Now, here's how the verification process works. If I had something like, let's say, 156 divided by 12, as an example. 12 into 15 once, remainder 3. 12 into 36, 3 times, remainder nothing. Now what I'd say here is that I'd say that the yellow number plus the green number has to equal the blue. Would you agree with that? The 12 by the 13 has to equal the 56. In the same way, this is the yellow number, this one here is the green, and this one here is the blue. What I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute in x equals 3 into all 3 of them. I'm going to find out values, and I have to make sure that the yellow multiplied by the green equals the blue. Let's find out if it does or not. Okay, step 1, the yellow one. 2x minus 3, so it's going to be 2 times 3, take away 3, which is 3. So the yellow turns into 3. Is that okay? What does the green turn into? Something squared plus 1 multiplied by something, take away 2. So 3 here, 3 there, so it's 9 plus 3, which is 12. Oh, sorry, 3 squared 9, plus 3, 12. 12 take away 2? 10. Green turns into 10. So that one's 10. Now what does blue turn into? Can anybody make an estimate of what they think blue should equal? Should equal 30, shouldn't it? Because the blue one's equal to the green one multiplied by the yellow one. Let's find out. 2 times 3 cubed minus 1 times 3 squared minus 7 times 3 plus 6. Fingers crossed for 30. 27 multiplied by 2, 54. Take away 9, take away 21, add your 6. 60 take away 30, 30. Okay? So now you can show that this is true because 30 divided by 3 equals 10. Is everybody happy that's how you verify? Okay, not now, but for homework tonight you will have question 43. The guy who did 43, you'll do 44, which is on video. Does that make sense? Okay, next thing. You see a question like this and you're going, like, that looks so much more different than anything we've done today. Would everybody agree with that? Looks crazy looking. It's still in the same exercise, isn't it? Is it still exercise, what are we on, 3.4? It's still exercise 3.1, isn't it? And what's the only thing we've learned in exercise 3.1? Long division. What's f of x again? F of x is which one? F of x is the blue one there, isn't it? So it wants f of x, which is the blue one. And what does it want you to do with f of x? Now, is it exactly the same as what we've done before? It is, isn't it? It's exactly the same. So you throw in your x plus 2, you throw in your gx, which is your x cubed minus 3x squared minus 4x plus 12. I'm going to fly through this because we're getting better at it. Just give me a second. Give me a second. Oh, sorry, x squared, x cubed. Yeah. Okay, then bring down the minus 4x. Goes in minus 5x times, yeah? Are we happy with that? And then multiply it out. Minus 5x squared minus 10x. Reverse the signs because it's plus. I've done it correctly because it'll definitely go in evenly. And then it's going in 6 times at the end, so it'll be minus 6x minus 12 equals 0. Everybody knows how to do that now. That's no big deal. It's the end of the question which is the big deal. Okay? What does it say about the answer? After you divide them, what does it say about the answer? So what is f of x divided by g of x? I'd argue it's this answer. It's the blue answer here. Is everybody happy with that? Yes. That's the answer of fx divided by gx. But they also said that the answer is ax squared plus bx plus c. So can anybody tell me what is the a value? How did you get the a value as 1?
Because 1 times x squared is x squared.
Yeah, there's a 1 in front of that, isn't there? So the a is 1. What's the b? 5. And what's the c? 6. Then it wants me to factorize it. What does it mean by factorize it again? What we did in exercise 1.2 or 2.1. What you do again, you multiply the first number by the last and you get 6. Two numbers that multiply to give you 6 but add to give you minus 5. Alright, so the reason why 6 and minus 1 won't work is that when you multiply them you get minus 6. So try another two numbers. Minus 2 and minus 3 is perfect. And that's your answer. Done. Does anybody have any questions about that last one there? Now, 52. So guys, we have standard equation. If the question didn't tell us there was something wrong with the answer, we actually wouldn't know, would we? It looks exactly like stuff we did last night. Can't tell the difference. Okay, goes in x times. Oh, sorry, x squared times. I keep doing that over and over again. Okay, and then what happens next? Subtract. Now all of a sudden you have. Okay, so 0x squared. Okay, so that's a problem because what happens is when you bring down the minus 8x, it will go in 0x times, won't it? What's 0x squared divided by 2x? 0x squared divided by 2x is simply 0. So there's nothing you can do there, is there? So no, well 0x, 0 Lamborghinis and 0 pencils are still 0. It means you got nothing. Okay, you've got nothing. Alright? So, okay, okay guys, now so in a case where you have 0x, okay, you basically just ignore it. So the 0x squared, you just ignore it. It's just gone. So drive on anyway. You always want two numbers, don't you? So what's minus 8x divided by 2x? Minus 4. And then multiply it back out. Minus 8x minus 12. And then it changes. So there's not much difference there, is there? It's just when you happen to pop up a 0x squared, you go, okay, that's a dead end. I'll bring the other number down instead. And off you go. Alright, so here's what we're going to do.